Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. Likes, comments, and subscribes are always appreciated. Thank you very much for those. And there's an NFT drop happening in a few hours. For those of you who are interested, there is a link in the description below. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. The cryptocurrency market, as I'm pretty sure you are mostly aware, has been quite weird the last couple of weeks, and even more so if you want to scale it down to just about a good 5 or 6 days. We've had an enormous amount of news as to where Bitcoin is going to go, how Bitcoin is going to move, when it's going to happen, what experts are expecting when it comes to the movement of Bitcoin and the wider cryptocurrency market. We are still in this very weird, tight trading range. You can see, especially if you look at the charts right now, of course, don't have them open at this very moment, but you can see that over the course of like a 5-hour period, there's a huge spike up and then there's a huge movement down. And it looks like it's really, I mean, you can clearly see that it's heavily narrowing down, but these movements are peculiar to say the least. For those of you not looking at the screen, it says Bitcoin recovery to $40,000 needs a catalyst, but another dip is probable. There's a lot of news, a lot of price news. If you look around, also kind of mimicking this as well. I usually make fun of it. It's more of that Bitcoin's price is here, and you know, it can either go up or it can kind of go down. So yeah, there are huge chances that Bitcoin could shoot up, but also there's a possibility that it could go down as well. So no one really, if anyone tells you that they do, they're completely lying to you. No one has any idea where anything is going right now. And I'm going to even show you more why in a couple of seconds as to why people are so confused with the price movements right now. It says Ripple price analysis, risk of a larger decline below 50 cents. This one says Litecoin ready to challenge the $120 mark again. This one says, is ADA gearing up to recover beyond $1.20 overnight? Crypto experts predict Bitcoin price rising to $318,417 by December 2025. That's a very exact number and a very exact date. It's a little weird. The price predictions do continue. I know a lot of people get a little frazzled or annoyed at them. It's just more to show you that there's, I mean, the bullish sentiment for the market has not left. It is still kind of there within the midst around us or in our midst, because there's also a lot of price predictions as well, because everyone is kind of assuming that at the end of this very weird tight range, the amount of accumulation that we've seen in the market from, and I'll get into that in 1 second, but just kind of the overall accumulation is indicative of a larger move upward in the very near future. It says Bitcoin rally incoming. This is according to on-chain analyst Will Clemente. And it says here's why, and it's basically because of accumulation and because of the amount of people who are still inside of the market. I think a large amount of the movements that we've seen in the market once again have been to wash people out of it. Even when you look at certain indexes for like fear and greed and stuff like that, the newest people in the market have an extreme fear side of the index, and that they are afraid that the market is just simply going to whatever. But people who've been in the market for a while have been accumulating, and they expect a pop up relatively soon. Bitcoin trading has been under pressure over the last week and now consolidating at around $31,500. As per data on BitInfo charts, a Bitcoin mega whale, one person, has purchased nearly 30,000 Bitcoin over the weekend from the 16th to the 18th of July. The same entity controls around 144,000 Bitcoin across 18 different wallets, each wallet containing exactly 8,000 Bitcoin since December 2018. Over the last 3 days, the same whale purchased 29,880 Bitcoin for around 950 million US dollars. During a bear market, you do not see this kind of accumulation. This is why it's kind of confusing for a lot of people why prices would be moving down. Once again, over the counter, we don't have to get into all the exact methods that whales use to be able to do this, but they know how to move the market around. Once again, this is not just our market, it's every single market that this can be done to. But a lot of the issues, one sliver of issue that I have with this is that people forget very quickly. I make videos every single day. You might have noticed. The really weird part is that every single day we get news like this, and it doesn't really light a flame for people. They simply go, okay, well, that's cool, not realizing whatever. I'm not gonna. It feels like I'm constantly pestering everyone with my repetition, but it's more of a Bitcoin is extremely finite. For one entity who we know is constantly drawing from one source and then putting it into these exact addresses, to have purchased 30,000 Bitcoin over the course of 2 days, and they already own 144,000 Bitcoin. This means that they're expecting a much larger move in the market to be happening. You don't accumulate in mass like this if you're expecting the market to dump. That's kind of the easiest way of saying it. And before we forget, for those of you not looking at the screen, this is an article from the 23rd of May. It says Bitcoin whales accumulate 122,000 Bitcoin amid latest market mayhem. They've been buying in mass every single day. And the really interesting part is that these are whale addresses. These are not normal addresses. These are the largest addresses out there that are accumulating massive amounts of Bitcoin. This does not include you. That is not meant to be talk downish, but it's more like if you out there are also accumulating, you are not part of this number, which means that your number is also incredibly significant as well. If the whales are accumulating, and at the same exact time we have 10, 15 million people who are accumulating fragments of Bitcoin, that also then equals entire Bitcoin as well that's also being taken off the market. So we always get news about the whales, but we always forget that the other people, the other 100 million people who are estimated to be within the Bitcoin space, at least 10% of them are accumulating, as we see other whales accumulating as well. And this is an article from the 23rd of June. It says, following the dump below 30,000 Bitcoin whales accumulating, and I think this was the news that over the course of a month, whales purchased more than 90,000 Bitcoin. So this is why it can seem quite confusing that all this accumulation is happening, but the prices aren't really moving. It's because they're buying in other ways to be able to, I mean, it's fairly obvious at this point. And I'll be completely 1000% honest with you. If we don't really jump up or pump in price, then something is actually wrong with the world and with physics and with numbers, because they're accumulating to take as much off the table as possible, more than has ever been taken off the table before. And once again, all the stuff that's being mined per day is being sold to at least 3 companies that we know of. And also keeping in mind that people who are mining these coins are not mining them to explicitly sell these coins off immediately. They're mining them because they want the Bitcoin for themselves. So everyone's accumulating in every single corner, and it is logically time for us to start moving back up quite dramatically in price. That's all the price news. Not a lot per se. Because it's kind of all over the place. It's kind of going in circles. No one really knows exactly what's going to happen to the market. But alas, people are guesstimating that we should have something relatively soon, because especially when you look at the price charts, we are in that range. Anyway, that's the price news. And yeah, let's move on. Now, there's a really big trend happening that's kind of all over the place, and it's of course about control and about money. I guess that's really the point to kind of be made. It says, although the government has stated that a sovereign digital currency will not replace the country's fiat currency, that's a lie. Vietnam has become the latest country to investigate central bank digital currencies. According to Nikkei Asia on Monday, the 12th of July, the Vietnamese government's decision to investigate the construction of a central bank digital currency stems from Prime Minister's Decision 942 from June. Between 2001 and 2025, the strategy aims to create a digital government. Without having to really read any more, everyone's creating a central bank digital currency, and they've now shifted their focus in large part away from our market, as we are volatile and blah, 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 to stablecoins. And it is going to be quite a bit of a battle, because I think a lot of these are actually going to make it, and a lot of these do not fall under any country's jurisdiction. And this is the reason that they're having a problem. It says U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen to meet other financial regulators to discuss stablecoins. This one says, after US, now Japan calls for strong regulations of stablecoins. Japan to reportedly take action to scrutinize crypto globally. That is false. The idea for crypto is that they want to make sure that it's regulated within their borders, but they mainly care about fiat-pegged stablecoins. U.S. needs a strong regulatory framework for stablecoins. Fed's Powell warns crypto investors. The warnings are, for those of you who are wondering, always come down to we did not create it, and therefore it is wrong, or we can't tell you to use it. It's something along the lines of we didn't print it, so therefore it has no backing. Kind of nonsense, whatever they decide to tell themselves. The framework for the stablecoins, for those of you who are wondering why this is picking up so rapidly, a lot of people around the world actually use stablecoins as a means of payment. It may not be in your country, but it's definitely happening around the world, as they're finding it an easier way to be able to transact in dollars or a stable currency, if you will, compared to their own local currency, without having to really go to a bank or go to a Western Union or go to whatever place people go to exchange money and stuff like that. The other issue happens to be that we've had a lot of rumors for at least 2 years now that Apple, Amazon, and some other company, these have been rumors, were in the midst of creating their own cryptocurrencies. And a lot of people believed for a while that the creation of these cryptocurrencies was going to be something Bitcoin-esque. However, the same way that Facebook created their own coin and is going to be a stable coin, and Facebook is also going to have multiple stable coins based off of other US currencies, these in essence, they can be regulated, but they are controlled by Facebook. Same exact thing with China creating their own central bank digital currency. They're also clamping down as well, because if you mimic something with an algorithm that does the exact same thing as a piece of paper, well, then you don't really need the piece of paper, and you have a lot more security and a lot more control over your own money, especially movements from your bank account or your phone account, whatever you decide to call it. And this is what they're having troubles with. Because if Facebook launches their own multiple stable coins and they don't fall under the jurisdiction of any country, well, what's the point of having those fiat currencies if Facebook can do it? Not saying that Facebook's money is going to be better, but you understand my argument. Same exact thing happens what if Amazon and Apple do create Amazon coin and Apple coin? Who controls those? Amazon and Apple. What happens to the Central Bank of America and other places? Well, no one really needs their money anymore because I'm getting an 18% discount every single time I use Apple Coin. So it's interesting to see their annoyance, and I don't think the word is fear, but the fact that they don't control it and they see that these things are actually picking up quite well is I guess just I don't want to say sign of the times, but everything is becoming digital. Everything is on the computer now. And I think they waited so long, personally, this is my belief, to try and not get things under control, but to, keep up, if you will. For those of you who weren't here around 3 or 4 years ago, the main discussion that we kept on having was, why won't the old system catch up? They see that things are changing, and they made sure to put forth all these things where they were talking about cryptocurrencies were evil and were only being used by bad people and so and so and so, as opposed to just updating their systems. And this is why we're having discussions now that a lot of these central bank digital currencies won't roll out for the next 5 or 6 years, because they're just beginning to think about starting to try and build the infrastructure for them. So yeah, people are still using a messaging system from the 70s. Yeah, it's kind of weird. So anyway, yeah, there's a lot of discussion around stablecoins. I kind of lumped it all into one thing in the video just to not have it across multiple videos, because I had no time for any of it. But this is going to be a major discussion that's going to continue. It will not affect us. There was also news, I think, last night. This guy right here basically announced that when the U.S. has, or rather, I saw articles stating that he said that when the U.S. has a central bank digital currency, that Bitcoin will have no use. And it's stop it. These people are not going to become economical. They're not going to make great financial policies because the U.S. dollar is digital. The U.S. dollar is already digital. When you actually watch people from the banking system or people who deal in money, like in interviews or other videos or whatever on YouTube, they basically discuss everything is already digital. Like 90% of what we do already is digital. When you buy things online, you're not inserting paper money into your computer. When you're using PayPal, when you're using Venmo, these are all completely digital. So a lot of times, a lot of you're able to pay for groceries in the supermarket. How? You either take out a card or you tap your phone. If you're getting into a metro station, what do? You tap your phone or you tap your card. The usage of actual paper is very scarce as it is right now. No one's barely using them, especially when it comes down to coins. The idea is that they want another framework for another system within a system that has digitized what is already digitized. When money is created through a bank, do you think that they're still loading up gigantic trucks all the time? Haven't you noticed, like, since we were little kids or younger, you don't see those gigantic trucks all the time anymore carrying tons of cash? It's because the central bank hits a button on the screen and says, hey, create more money. I know I'm simplifying it, but other banks then ask, hey, can we also have some of this money? Yes, enter. You can have some of this money. Then it goes to them. It's digital. So anyway, fascinating times ahead, to say the least, because the old system is crumbling right before our eyes. And I think it's because of the rapidity, quickness of news and us being able to actually share and see news. If you weren't on my Twitter, I'm going to start doing it more as well, like posting videos that I'm watching, because a lot of times I watch videos and people are like, where'd you see this video? I'm going to start posting it on there, and I posted one of what's happening in another country right now that's completely breaking down economically. And we know for a fact that the US dollar has inflated by 6% already just this year. So, more things to come, and they will only continue to validate our market. So anyway, that's all the stablecoin news. Quite exciting, huh? Probably. And let's move on. Next up, in a bit of news I missed, but this was all over the place. That ring is gigantic. Trevor George Smith Jr., I did not know he had a real name, known as Busta Rhymes, asked his 3.8 million followers on Twitter what they thought about cryptocurrencies. Rhymes questioned if anyone was into crypto and how people were feeling about digital currencies at the moment. The American rapper, songwriter, record producer, and actor. Busta Rhymes discussed cryptocurrencies on Wednesday afternoon. Rhymes is well known for his music, yada yada. On Wednesday, Rhymes addressed his millions of followers on Twitter with a single question. He said, anyone here into crypto? How y'all feeling about? How y'all feeling about? I'm going to add an it in there. A great number of people responded to Rhymes and told him how they felt. You can kind of imagine what really took place. He basically was asking, how do people feel about cryptocurrencies? What are they, what are people into? And it was basically just a cascade of people telling him to get into their coins as opposed to any other coins. This was news, I guess, because he's Busta Rhymes. Yeah, got it. He's extremely rich. And I guess this is another rich person getting into the cryptocurrency space. I forgot the other person who was also in the news is probably not in this article at all. It was him and, oh gosh, what was it? I'll try and find it. I don't remember. Some other really famous, important, I think they were a rapper as well. We're also asking people online. I hope I feel like he should just go and ask like Jay-Z or Beyonce, because I'm pretty sure Jay-Z and Beyonce also have Bitcoin at this point. Or don't ask people on Twitter what you should be doing with millions of dollars, just because it doesn't seem like the greatest course of action. I'm pretty sure he also has access to like other people who are, never mind. I'll shut up. I always feel like, doesn't it seem kind of weird that you would tweet to millions of people? Maybe it's to kind of like, get some momentum going, to maybe get other people into the discussion as well. I guess that's probably exactly what it is. Because I feel like I would just text someone who knew like Vitalik or something like that and be like, hey, can we have a discussion and we sit down and talk together and have a tea or something? Anyway, so Busta Rhymes is trying to get into crypto, is into crypto. I'm pretty sure he's already into crypto, but maybe he's just trying to figure out if he's like, if something's missing, like if he's missing a coin in his portfolio. Cool. I'll try and find the other person, because celebrities are always into crypto. And once again, I'm going to assume that if Busta Rhymes does start buying cryptocurrency, or especially Bitcoin, he's not going to be buying just one Bitcoin. So, that's more Bitcoin off the table. And it's like dragging his hand down. That ring is huge. Anyway, That's the Busta Rhymes news. Didn't expect me to say that. And let's move on. Next up, German bank Comdirect, with about 3 million customers, is now offering 11 cryptocurrency exchange traded products, or ETPs. I'm laughing because imagine a bank in one country offering 11 cryptocurrency ETPs, which are similar to ETNs. These are exchange traded products, but the US still has none. That's it's 11. Comdirect, they said, has succeeded in significantly bridging crypto investments to retirement plans, something that our clients have longed for a while. I love the idea, and I know a lot of people find it very boring, but it should be the most exciting thing in the world for you. Saving money, investing money, and retirement plans. I know a lot of people out there are looking to retire. When we hear that these retirement plans are circling and centering around Bitcoin in the cryptocurrency space, this means that they know that it has legs, it has longevity, it's going to be around for a while, so people will be retiring with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. German direct bank Comdirect AG is now offering 11 cryptocurrency exchange traded products from 21 Shares AG. The bank provides online brokerage, banking, and advisory services in Germany, according to the exclusive partnership. They said in this innovative partnership, 21 Shares was retained as the sole provider of physically backed crypto ETPs to the online broker savings plan program known as their Sparplan, or savings plan. Yeah, that's exactly what it says. And once again, physically backed, these are significant because the actual fund are investing directly in the cryptocurrencies. They're buying up the cryptocurrencies, and those cryptocurrencies go off the market. They go into the fund and will probably stay there for the next 30, 40, 50, 60 years. So, yeah, here's the actual press release for it right here. 21 Shares and Comdirect announced exclusive crypto partnerships for a savings plan. Once again, not the most exciting news to other people, but I love these things. It means that our market is here to stay. We're going to be here for quite some time because a lot of banks and retirement funds and pension plan people are accumulating crypto for these funds as well. So it's always nice to hear. Yeah. Let's move on. In what can only be described as stupid news, over 1,000 Bitcoin mining machines have been destroyed in Malaysia after they were seized for illegally mining the cryptocurrency using stolen electricity. The mining machines, worth around $1.26 million, that's why it's stupid news, because you could have resold those, were steamrolled in the Malaysian city of Miri, and 8 people have been detained thus far. Now imagine when we talk about the incompetence of governments, this is a very normal thing, because the same exact thing also happens with food, just to throw that out there. Imagine, I'm going to assume that there are at least 5 roads in Malaysia that need to be fixed. Just an assumption. Imagine these would have, if they had put these on sale for $1.18 million and people knew that they were getting a discount to be able to use these machines to properly mine Bitcoin, they would have sold out in like half a day, if not a day. Now imagine using that $1.18 million to fix the roads, infrastructure, something in one neighborhood that really needed it. Nope, they decided to steamroll it and destroy $1 million worth of value. I guess to send a message, don't use code. You realize that a lot of the problems that governments have with people mining cryptocurrency is them connecting computers together and solving equations? Doesn't it sound really stupid then when they have a problem with cryptocurrency mining? You are solving equations on computers that are linked together. And for some reason, people think that that should be illegal. Malaysian authorities have completely destroyed 1,069 Bitcoin mining machines confiscated between February and April with a steamroller. Oh, so they had it for a while and they just didn't sell it? Oh, okay, cool. This was just for, what's the word? Is it pomp and circumstance? Like, it's just to have a show for other people. The mining machines were seized. I don't have to read anymore because this news is stupid. The point is, a lot of the news ends up coming down to that countries. I assume this was meant to be used as a show of strength, while other countries are clamping down on mining. So we should do the exact same, as opposed to trying to, make your country a better place. Not saying that it's not already a great place, but you understand what I'm saying. There's always something that could be improved, is kind of the way of saying it. And the other point to be made is that a lot of countries are using this as justification because people are using too much electricity, or it's stolen electricity or something like that. But then we also have the question, we've nearly this close learned how to create electricity nearly for free or in abundance in some sort of way. So maybe ask why electricity is still so expensive and why it continues going up in price every single year when we've gotten more efficient at being able to create it, especially in a renewable way. So maybe people wouldn't have to steal it if, it was actually, 3 cents as opposed to, $7.99. So anyway, that's the steamroller news. I saw this and I was hoping to myself that it was a joke, but alas, no. This is of course something that a government would do. Oh boy, they could have handed these out for free and given them to their citizens who stepped forward and actually filled out paperwork to be regulated. Hey, I'm going to take 15 of those machines. I'm going to sign out all these papers. You know exactly where I live, how much electricity I'm going to be using. And at the end of the year, you know exactly how much I have mined, and therefore you can tax me on it. Right. That's why it's stupid news. And to finish things off, the Binance US dollar stablecoin is now a top 10 coin. Binance US dollar now has a total market cap of $11 billion, as highlighted on the following screenshot courtesy of the website right there. And there are 3 stablecoins now in the top 10. This is mainly due to the fact that our market has pulled back. But the stablecoin, not value, amount circulating increases nearly every week as more people are funding these coins and putting more money into it. But it is kind of weird to have 3 digital fiat-esque currencies in the top 10. And now Binance coin is also one of them. It's a little weird. We're in some weird cryptocurrency times, but it's just the market. As always, it's now number 9. Jeez Louise. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters. Professor Wally from Gunbite University. I get it. It's stake it with valor. I get it now. Okay. It says stake it, like stake, and then kit. And then with valor, but I believe it's supposed to be stake it with valor. All right. Fudweiser, Mortified, Roman Geba, Bitcoin Ben, Arachno Dave, Tony Ambroski, The Dealer's Den, Red Plump Tomato, Umnu, Wish Nikki, The Letter M, Stephen Dirks, Not Brain, Captain Something in the Z Wade Lay, Crypto Black Sheep, AJ Cut 5, Speedy 655, and Carlos Was Like, Mobarazi, Jojo Shawshow, VB Nerd 21, Miguel Grolet, Lauren De Silva, Quoted Biddy, Bare Bones Mining, Troy Allgood, Space Case, Need a Miracle, Paternoster, Conan Don't Skip Leg Day, Snacky Chan, Tolek Banan, Auspicious Agile, and Blockchain Navarro Williams, David James, Attila Dahan, Yasha Harari, Utopia 569, Moonman High, XRP, Martin Steuer, Nostromo, John Sarson, The Animal Reader, Ibibiaphobia, Todd, Mullis, Adam, Graysick, Mohamaroni, Master Ventures in Thailand, Jared Schneider, Wise Night Owl, 242 to the World, Bankroll Network, Crypto Artist, Cole D3D, Damien Setsuna, Richie Rich III, Vlad the Impaler, Paxis, Nick Mangialavori, Jim Gardner, Jeremy Fox, Minting Coins, Miller Hitch Test Every Day, and Cal Skips Leg Day. Yes to Crypto, Bodie McBoatface, Anytime Fitness, Monk's Corner Staff, Bake Me a Cake, Tigger Macho Nisa, On Crypto with Lionel, Crael and Michelle, URL, and Bolero Bastos. Thank you all very, very much for your support. Thank you to everyone who left a like, who left a comment, who left a subscribe, who is a member of the channel. I do thank thee. Thank you for all the NFT support, and thank you for the support in general. At the moment, Bitcoin is at 31,499 US dollars. Look at these movements. They are absolutely ridiculous. The altcoins are feeling these movements a lot more than Bitcoin at the moment. Bitcoin is only down by 0.66%. The altcoins are down by 4%, 2%, 2%, 1%, you kind of get the idea. Dogecoin pumped over the weekend, I think because Elon Musk did something with a dog. Like, I think he had like dog eyes or something, or he changed his photo to a dog face. I don't know exactly what happened, but we pumped there by like 9%. And I sat there and I was like, and then we slowly tumbled back down because it's Elon Musk with a dog. So yeah, we'll see what happens during this week. Always an exciting space to be in because it's so unpredictable. I do hope that you all enjoyed. I do hope that you all are tried to have, maybe continue to have a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening. Wherever you are, wherever you might be, I do hope that it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.